Racing Wednesday night. That's cup time. Up here in the booth, the one and only for the making his return after a 3-week sabbatical, Icy. And then, as always, we will see him later in the custom race, helping me with the presets. The one and only Tatty Sauls. How you guys doing tonight? I'm looking forward to some good Kentucky racing.
Yeah, so you can accept the invite first, and then after you blue screen, we'll go ahead and commentate this amazing race here at Kentucky.
Fantastic. So we are good to accept.
Yeah, remember when I said you can accept?
Mm-hmm. If I didn't, then it's autocorrect's fault. Yeah, that's right. No, great to have you back, Icy. I know you've had some things. You went back home to the great state of Ohio. You're back in North Carolina. Last week you were out there on the range, doing your job out there in the United States Marine Corps. So again, thank you for your service. Sorry you weren't man enough to go into the Air Force, but that's all right. That's a story for another day. Great to have one of my sidekicks back up here for the preset race, man. And let me get you caught up here real shortly. What you missed the last couple weeks.
Cars have turned left. People have won races, and you're caught up.
That's pretty much what I was going to say. Thank you, Tatty, for that. We do there. So, yeah, we're jumping into this race. Yeah, I was just going to say, now, Michigan Custom race, very good. There was some good side-by-side action there, Icy. But, yeah, you just missed people turning left and going fast here in Giggity Racing Season 5. And we got good talks from Icy over there. Good talks already.
Well, sorry, man. I'm trying to just get into the race for the... over here.
Good talk.
And I think, too, that the one and only Blakey T is going to be broadcasting, so I should be able to jump onto that YouTube as we get in there for race updates. And we've already got a car flying through the air on the front stretch. Was that a lag already?
I don't see a car flying through the air.
It really just did. All right, well, that just must be then, because that thing was going head over heels. But, yes, Country Caliber up there leading the race. No surprise to see that 11 Toyota up there.
New Kebab, bad for you. Paul Bear, thanks for tuning in, guys.
What's up out there, guys? Yeah. Great side-by-side action. We did hear in qualifying there might have been some cars finding an ice patch out there. No offense to Icy, but they got a little loose. Private patent in that 21 going to dive her down in here. Still Country Caliber, the one and only Jake Jerome, that 24 to the outside. And here's that 19 car of Flirt. He's been talking about running good. Yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday to you out there, Pocono Steve, but still good running side-by-side here at Kentucky, guys.
How many one and onlys are there? Flirt is not locked into the playoffs. That is actually correct. Thank you. We have a little secret weapon in our ear.
He said he should get himself a birthday present by locking it in there. Tatty Sauls, you need to listen a little bit better, son.
I was going to say that.
Still a private patent again. He's looking strong. 3 wide back here in the middle of the pack. A new paint scheme that I just saw not too long ago. Fat Taco is running it too, but that 14 Clint Boyer car, I like that pink, that pink and blue car. Very good looking, but the top 3 have started to break away just a little bit. And there's great action. Jake back there a little balling back. And we got some big news coming up in the offseason for Jake, but still making that playoff push. Man, my broadcast team is really good on bouncing off of each other tonight, guys. This is fantastic. I appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get back in the groove of things. Just give me a...
Yeah, you did have some time off. You did have some time off. It's all right. Country still pulling everybody around. And don't forget tonight, guys, we have something special coming up too. A little bit of a heartfelt race and a surprise for us in the customs, but yeah, tonight is the JCR Holiday Extravaganza here at Kentucky. We will be off tomorrow for the Xfinity. Development is off till after the New Year, so this will be the last Giggity race of the week. So again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all you guys out there. Enjoy your time with your families, but remember with this pandemic, guys, going on, if you meet up with your families, traveling everywhere, please be safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance. I don't want to see anybody else get sick, but here comes Flirt making a move on the inside. 24, Jake's going to push that 22, but again, Flirt trying to get himself that birthday win. Private way up on that high side. Not a good line here at Kentucky, and whoever drew this line down the straightaway here at Kentucky, they had one job, and they didn't do it. Good talk, guys. This is fantastic. I'm loving it.
Sorry, it was a trivia question here. While we're at Kentucky Speedway has been open in NASCAR since the year 2000, but there's only ever been one first-time winner at the Speedway. Do you know who that would be?
Well, I'd have to say whoever won there first.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah,
it was this season. It is this season. Yep, accurate. So in the 20 years of racing here, there's only ever been one first-time winner at Kentucky Speedway, and it did happen here in 2020, and that was Cole Custer.
But the Cup Series, I believe, has only been racing since 2011, though, right?
Yeah, we went to the very first race there, didn't even get to see it. We were stuck out there on the freeway because Kentucky did not anticipate the influx of fans as country starting to pull away. But yeah, very beautiful track. Nuke Bob, what's up, man? Again, there you go. Brian's out there, like you said, back for you. I'm not even going to say anything about Carco because, well, he's just here so he can get demoted or get parked or get smoked in the nose by a fastball or something. I don't know. You know, it happens. But T-Bird Gaming, Creed, we have a Creed site, and what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in tonight. 11 washers for the preset. Don't forget to stay in tune. Again, something special coming up for the customs, but we got to get through this race right now. Country's starting to pull away. Jake falling off the pace a little bit. Do you think that slider Jake's going to work out for him tonight? It's not looking like it's panning out.
Man, we talked about it the last 3 weeks, I believe, but Jake never seems to have the car to beat in stage 1 and stage 2, but come stage 3, towards the end of the race, he always seems to be one of the top 5 drivers. So I wouldn't be too alarmed if I was the 24 team right now.
That is true too. Yeah, he always has a way of dialing that car in. Again, very limited adjustments you can make here in the pits, but getting that right slider, finding that right groove, hitting that apex, being smooth and consistent. And Jake is very masterful at doing that. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him back up there. But Country just out there on a Sunday cruise, private patent, trying to get back up to him.
I'd be amiss right now if I didn't bring out the fact that NRG Motorsports and MoPower Motorsports, they actually hold 3 of the top 4 positions right now as they have 1st, 3rd, and 4th on lockdown. And we spoke about how Kentucky's only ever had one first-time winner. Well, sitting right now in 3rd and 4th, we have 2 drivers that have never won the Cup Series here in Giggity Racing. One driver being Flirt with Disaster, who used to be an Xfinity driver, and then we have Big Danny, who has wins in the Truck Series, of course. So both these guys looking for their first win in the Cup Series, as well as trying to definitely lock themselves in, and Flirt trying to get that birthday gift.
Something else, we are missing a car in the field. The one and only A-Trout's making an appearance out there in YouTube land. Said, man, playoffs are closing in. I wish I could be there tonight. He's always made that 18 look really strong and fast, but with the holidays and stuff, I'm sure he's out there doing that. Great to see you out there, A-Trout. Hope you're feeling good, man. And yeah, new leader out there. And something this is a little off pace too, something we have not seen is Duck Humor. Why is he in the back of the pack right now? Did something happen to him? Is he trying to save? Always a top contender here in the preset cup race also.
Over to you, Icy.
I mean, I haven't really been looking in the back. Honestly, I'm looking at this, and we see Country Caliber. He's starting to really fall back as we take a look at 2nd place. The 20 car, Big Dane, up in the 2nd, and even looks like Flirt even making his way up to 3rd. So
yeah, I don't know
Country Caliber was the problem here.
I don't know if you've been tuning in here in the last few weeks.
Battle for the lead.
While you've been gone, but Big Dane actually has had the car to beat at the last 3 tracks, minus the Sonoma. He had issues at Sonoma with internet connection, but other than that, he's been the fastest car throughout most of these races. Led a lot of laps here in the last 3 weeks.
Well, speaking of him, we have a new leader. He is now the race leader.
Yeah, as we talk about him, the 20 car is the race leader in that nice little all-star paint scheme that they have on that Craftsman Toyota.
Yeah, that you took the words right out of my mouth. Big Dane, always a fast car, always up there, led both stages, strongest car last week. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Can that change for him? A win gets him locked in here for the playoffs. But Big Dane, I talked to him after these races too. Not necessarily frustrated, just a little rattled. He's like, man, I'm so close. But we talk about it every week. The talent that we have here in the Preset Cup is just extraordinary. So these guys out here definitely going to win it all they can.
Have you been watching Blakey stream at all?
I haven't, actually. I forgot to do that when I was getting the computer up. Let me get my phone up here real quick.
I got it. I'll check. What I'm actually seeing here with the 11 falling off the way he did, the 4, the 14, they're falling off as teammates. And they got Pro 75 back there working with them. I'm actually thinking that this stage 1 might come down to fuel mileage.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it, especially if they have, unless they just ran with a little bit loose of a slider. But no, Big Dane, he said, I'm not saving, I'm going for it. I need stage points too. Here in Giggity, we only hand out stage points to the top 3. Just because it says the top 10 on your screen, that just means you don't get it. It looks good, but sorry. So the top 3 get stage points, and he wants those points too to get anything he can to help himself out.
Yep.
Who's that? Sorry, who's that in third right now? Is that Blakey T after third?
I don't believe it.
The stream, you know it, but
I don't believe it, but no, good for him. I talked to him right before I get to the gas station, called to tell me he was going to be able to make the race. He was excited for it tonight, too. He was looking forward to it.
You got him a
he's
burrito,
making a
didn't
move
you?
right now.
Yeah, I got him a nasty-ass burrito from the gas station.
I say that.
Didn't Kate?
What were you saying, Icy?
Oh, I was saying he was trying to make a move. Blakey was trying to make a move under private patent, and up there trying to get second, but was unable to make it work.
Yeah, I think something that we need to speak about, and that every night that we have racing here at the Giggity Racing League, we see this, but this is the preset series. This is not the custom. These cars are not fine-tuned to how the cars want them right now. They have not had a pit stop yet, so this is exactly on the slider that they had to start with. So some of these guys might have chosen a tighter setup that they plan on loosening up later. And
Blakey trying to make a move for a lead. Sorry,
yeah,
cut you off
Blakey
there,
T inside of the 20. No, great job. But so Blakey T running in the back at the beginning, he actually started last as he missed qualifying. So he might have chose something tighter, and as these cars are loosening up here, he's actually coming to his driving style. So definitely something to watch here in the first race.
Nuka wants to know what happened to Hot Dog Charlie. Maybe that's why Blakey's been running up front these last couple races, you know? Hot Dog Charlie hasn't been there.
Yeah, they fired Hot Dog Charlie, now they got Burrito Bob on top of the box there for the 34 car.
Burrito Bob. Gotta love it. But these the lead pack still, Big Dane out there leading. Blakey T making a move. He's trying to get to the inside. There's that 24 we talked about. Private Pat still in third. So the top 3 aren't breaking away. That is a 6-car pack right now, it looks like.
Quentin, real quick, could you get a screenshot of that 38 car, that nice green 38 car?
Yeah, I was on there for a minute. I don't know how he got
through. I just want to let you know that him riding so far back, actually, that's where Hot Dog Charlie is now gone, as the KMS team has decided to put him on the box for the 38 car.
Oh,
it's not panning out.
That explains it then.
The pass has been completed. The 34 to the lead, and the 24 of Jake, along with Tiger, trying to make themselves a new top 3 here.
Somebody, too, I haven't seen tonight's Big Jim. Again, with the holidays. Yeah, with the guys, again, with holidays coming up, people are traveling, going out and seeing their families and stuff. And
we got a car on pit road early here. I spun Higgins.
That the 14, yeah. And the 4, his teammate, actually. So both of the Pro Motorsports drivers are on pit road. You know, I spoke about they were falling off together earlier as teammates, and then now they're on pit road together. So they've definitely, as a group, decided to work some strategy here. I'm surprised not to see more drivers when you get in a big cluster like these guys have. This top 6 drivers that have broken away from everybody else. You know, you might fall off and go down pit road and try to separate here. But I know the draft plays a huge role at a track like Kentucky.
Yeah, it's you don't get a very big sniff of that draft, but just enough. That's where you're going into that corner too. It's got to be it could tighten you up a little bit. Like we've seen inside Private Patton running that second lane most of that race right now. As we talk about it, there he goes.
Here at a track like Kentucky, you're only going to get a little bit of draft, or a little sniff of the draft. You're not going to get no Biden sniff, just a little amount.
Oh, Biden.
Icy, great to have you back up here, man. Again, I know that you've been out doing your thing. As always, the one and only Tatty Saul. Thanks for helping me out, guys. Love preset racing. Love having you guys in the booth. Please stay tuned as Jake DeRue is making a move to inside of Blakey for the lead. Our custom race is something special for you guys, too. And there it is. I was waiting for it out in YouTube land. We have a nubby sighting. There is a nub in the chat.
Yeah, it takes him a little bit longer. Lead. Yeah, Blakey T back to the inside of the 24 car. It takes Nub a little bit longer than others to test. He's got half a hand, so a little bit longer to test. See you in stakes too, bud. Blakey T still to the inside of the 24. Tiger Nascar trying to decide who he wants to go with. He has no idea. Goes to the high side and follows.
Oh, he got in the wall.
Yeah, Tiger NASCAR catches the wall, but luckily with that draft, it's going to hold him well. Jake, I believe, led that lap, but Blakey T not giving up on the bottom.
Something in there, you know, too, like you said, Nubby is very fast, especially, and he makes it work. There's another guy out there, if you've never seen American Flat Track, look up Jason Griffin. He lost his arm in a accident when he was very, very young, and he goes out there and he manhandles a 750 motorcycle with one arm at 100 miles an hour.
Go on the pit road and hits the wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage there.
Yeah.
So he pulled a pudding the other night. That's what happened to me at Chicagoland. Womp womp.
The track officials decided not to put it out. 34 car seems to have signaled that he was going to be pitting this time. Hopefully he doesn't pull the Tiger NASCAR pudding, aka, and smash the front end of that KMS Ford Mustang.
I definitely didn't get damage spinning into Chicago. It was just the delay of getting spun back around. But One-Handed Sniper says, come play me on Call of Duty and I'll show you what a nub can do. Well, from what I've been hearing, I have reports that Bacola Motorsports been calling you out and you have been running from him. The nub is scared of a cola at a shooting game.
Bold strategy.
Bold move, Cotton. 34 car seems to be pulling away from the 24 and the 11, but they have not been down pit road. So when
Country Caliber makes a move to the inside of Jake. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see what those 4 fresh tires are going to be able to do if they get the lead. Surely if these guys have to pit, then they're just losing time by staying out like this to all the drivers that have gone down pit road. But we did talk about how maybe possibly this is a fuel strategy stage 1.
Country, I don't know if he just got a little loose or if he was signaling there, but he did get down that back stretch. Can't tell if he's going to put the turn signal on. We'll find out here just in a second as they're coming off of turn 4. Looks like he is coming. That was the turn signal for them. So the top 2, Blakey T and Jake, have stayed out there. It's something like you talked about. I have tried that in the past. Everybody gives me a lot of grief for it, but I've always tried to stay out as long as possible to give me the 4 freshest tires to run them back down. But by that time, they're so far ahead, those 4 fresh tires are almost pointless, you know. So let's see how this pans out for Blakey T and them.
Here come the last 2.
Yeah, if they're going to pit and they're running down on laps here in stage 1, they could also try to do just fuel only or maybe 2 tires, something like that, because they didn't split it. But the battle for what should be the lead, the 19 car Flirt with Disaster is in front of Private Patton with Big Dane following those 2.
There we go. The leader's now pitting right now. So, yeah, Flirt, Private Pat, and Dane, they have all made their pit stops as the leaders have now. So I'm assuming these guys are going to be a lap down. They will be able to get that lap back here. But for Tigers, yeah, but for Tigers and NASCAR, do you fix that damage? Do you wait till the stage? Do you just try to hold out? I'm trying to look on Blakey's thing here to see how many laps are left, because sometimes if you got damage, that temp light comes on. Not a good situation.
Honestly, if it was me, I probably would have gone ahead and repaired the damage. I haven't seen any cars go a lap down except for him, so he should get the lucky dog regardless. And whether he... whether he repairs the damage
faster pit stop for Blakey T, and he's actually going to keep the lead here.
Yeah, I'm on pitch right there, too. I don't know, did he take fuel only? Did he just take right sides? But he definitely got out real quick, and maybe that's just another strategy move.
Now for the lead.
Yeah.
So those tires, again, on these guys, the leaders are a little bit older, but if they did take 4 over his 2, now that's something else, too. If you take 2, depending upon how many laps are left, you're going to want to tighten that car up, and then that's just going to cost you a little bit more time to readjust that, too, when you make your stage pit. Private Patton makes a move to the inside of Flirt. Big Dane doesn't know where to go. Staying off. Going to see what happens to this guy. Flirt having a great battle on the outside, too. Private Patton now takes the lead. Big Dane right there in 3rd, and the Flirt trying to get himself a birthday checker flag, Pocono Steve style.
Yep, he is.
I love the color commentary. Love it. Love it.
We got a battle for the lead. Those fresh tires really playing a part here for.
Well, see, I think I'm wrong because on my screen, Blakey is shown as the leader. In second, Country Caliber is shown as the leader. So these guys back here battling it off.
Blakey T just took his lead.
They're side by side right now, battling for it. But...
Yeah. Don't know if you're watching that stream. You're obviously not watching very closely.
Yeah. He's the broadcast is on the 21 and 19. Yeah, well, he was watching Private Batten and them, but yeah, Blakey T just took the lead from Country Caliber on the outside, actually, as Country Caliber got loose on the exit of turn 2.
High, wide, and handsome here at Kentucky, the Red Clay State. I love what Nukas had said too. Whoever had to paint that job, the line down there, it was Money Mike. Money Mike was paid in advance in Bush Apple beer. That's why the line is crooked, is Nukas' explanation for that. I can actually see that.
I'm thinking that second pack took 4 tires, as we're seeing the 21, the 19, and the 20 are catching these top 2 very quickly. How many laps do you got left there, Puddin'?
They're eating them up right now. I'll give it to you here in just 1 second as he gets back around to the line. But yeah, those 4 fresh tires are just chewing him up right now. 36 of 39 left in stage 1. Blakey T backs it in. Looks like that might have been just a little bit of a server thing. Or he could be loose too because of how quick his pit stop was.
I think that 21 is going to get these guys. That's about 5 laps to go. So I'm going to assume that these 4 fresh tires are going to surpass these 2 tire stops.
Again, Blakey T out here, he's just trying to steal points. He's just championship point racing for the team captain, not actually for himself. He, due to his work and family and everything out there, plus he did have to have a penalty race. He is not in the championship hunt, just trying to get that elusive win in Giggity. He does have a couple wins here. We talk about how difficult it is. I'm going to pull a Tatty. There's other leagues that I am very competitive in. I've got some W's. When it comes to Giggity, though, the talent over here is just unreal. So if you can get that W, that's bragging rights, and that's what Blakey T is fighting for right now.
Yep.
Icy.
Yeah.
There he is. All right, just checking.
I'm here.
He's trying to remember how to do this whole broadcasting thing. You got to bear with him.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little.
I still think he's over there taking a towel and wiping a sweat off his brow because Puddin just took him 10 innings and he only won by one run there though. The Royals almost had those Orioles. Still a very good game.
I scored 2 in the bottom of the 10th when I scored none the rest of the game.
Yep, that's all that matters. The W is a W over there. Blakey Till's still the leader. Private Pat and Big Dane, again, one of the strongest cars here of late, trying to make a late surge. He is in that third and final stage points paying position. Remember, only top 3 like we talked about earlier.
Excuse me, I have a dog with a squeaky toy.
Oh, yes. Hi, Luna.
Oh, man.
Oh, Patton went high. Not sure what happened coming off of 4 there, but...
That was the end of the stage, I believe. Blakey T just got it.
Yep, Blakey T. Blakey T with the W right there. Blakey T, Big Dane, and the Patton. That rounds out your top 3. Flirt and Country Caliber rounds out your top 5. So the points paying positions sit right there, guys. Everybody now going to come down. Like you said, this is a real chance to make those long run adjustments. When you make green flag pit stops like that, you get an opportunity, but it's not very quick. So these guys are going to go in, maybe put some tape in it, make some tire pressure adjustments. So I wouldn't mess with the wedge too much, but that's all these guys, they all know what they're doing to these preset cars. Some on wheels, some on controller too, so that comes into a factor there, Icy.
Yeah, these presets is really just about what you're most comfortable with and what you know.
Preset 9 everywhere.
Huh?
Preset 9 everywhere. That's what I run. Everywhere.
In-car cam.
In-car cam, preset 9. Send it.
Hey, real quick while we're under this stage break, can't forget to mention our sponsor here tonight is the JCR group, a racing group here on the NASCAR Heat community, started by JCR Clashing, JCRJ Wow. They wanted a little acknowledgement, started a little group, and they've actually signed one of Giggity's own McLovin Country Xfinity points leader over there. So those 3 guys try and put together a little racing group and get noticed by the community, and they've come on board here at Giggity and decided to sponsor us. Back underway here in stage 2 now. Blakey T leads Big Dane, Private Patton, Country Caliber, and Flirt with Disaster.
Duck Humor making a move right there too. Higgins in that beautiful blue and pink car fell off the pace. Everybody right back up there in the group. We got 19 viewers out there, so thanks for tuning in. But you said Slider 9 in-car cam one night, Bappy Racing, quite a few others, just did some late night lobby racing. We thought that was going to be a good idea. Man, it was kind of fun. Everybody was sliding everywhere. But yeah, Blakey T has the whole field behind him. Don't worry about what's behind you, what's right in front of you. Country Caliber now makes a move. Now here comes the Quackmaster to the inside, and Jake right behind him of the Private Patton. Flirt with Disaster falls to the outside. Big Dane makes a move to the inside right here. Go ahead, Tatty. Sorry. What's up, Shanti out there?
Real quick, got to mention one of the playoff hopefuls that's on the outside looking in, the 8 car of Wicked Gatekeeper Racing.
Pro 75 on lane. Sorry, go ahead.
He's on pit road. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, 3 wide, the 42 of Tigers makes contact with Higgins. That's going to push Flirt just up a little bit. Flirt and Duck balling off back there just a little bit. Nah, it wasn't intentional. Cars might be dialing in. If you start off loose, trying to get her to tighten up. Here comes Tigers back here, too, on the inside of Higgins. Higgins is going to fall behind him. There's the 38 of Crab Legs falling behind Jake right there, too. So trying to get up there to his buddy. But again, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Big Dane trying to change that tonight. Here comes Country Caliber to make a move to the inside. Great racing here at Kentucky in the JCR Holiday Extravaganza race.
Last week, Big Dane finished P2 to his teammate Country Caliber. Because of that fact, Big Dane is not locked into the playoffs right now. I'm interested to see if this race goes a little bit later into the stage and we have the same top two, if possibly Big Dane throws block on his own teammate to try to lock himself in, as he realizes his teammates are not going to help him and just give him the win. He's going to have to earn it here in the Preset Cup Series.
Paul Bear wants his Canadian buddy up there, Jake. He says, go Jake. And what's up, Rick Rob? Great to see you out there in the YouTube chats. Really appreciate you joining in and everything. I've seen you tuning in for the Xfinity races again. Tomorrow, Christmas Eve, we will not be racing Custom Xfinity. Everybody have a happy holiday. Be safe. Take time with your friends and family. Enjoy it, especially with this crazy year of 2020. We will be back next week at Kentucky, correct, Cola? I know they can't hear you.
We won't be racing Preset Xfinity either.
So next week's when the Xfinity makes their return again. Development off till after the new year. This will be the last race of this, this week. We'll be back again. And stay tuned, guys, too. New Year's Eve, Vegas and Puddin', something crazy's going to happen. Somebody dare me to do something, and I'm doing it. I don't care.
Puddin', where'd you race last week? Chicago?
Chicagoland.
Yeah, if you have Kentucky and New Hampshire, those are the 2 final races.
Fantastic, New Hampshire. That's one of those races where I got to go count blades of grass and stare at the stars that night. Something might come up for me.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, actually, we should let everybody know. In 2 weeks, everybody needs to stay tuned. We have next Thursday, this Thursday, they will not be racing. Next Tuesday, Xfinity will be at Kentucky. Next Thursday, being New Year's, we will not be racing. The following week, that Tuesday, will be the final round of the regular season at New Hampshire. That Thursday will be the first race of the playoffs at Watkins Glen.
Woo! I may be sitting in 6th in the Xfinity points right now. The first one is falling back without a win, but things can change when it comes to road courses. Puddin' likes to turn right. Blakey T still our leader, guys, out here, though. Jake and Country Caliber having a great battle. Tigers for NASCAR trying to make a move back up here to the front.
I'm not there to beat him.
Okay, I don't want to talk about Canadian Tire either because you were way slower than me, but that's okay. Tigers for life making a move to the inside of Private Pat after that pit mistake there, Icy. Man,
I'm looking at that 24 getting up to second right now. He's moving through the field.
Got those adjustments put in.
McLevin, what was that you said?
Okay, so there we go. So that's exactly what happened with Pro 75. So please, I hope everything is all right out there. Yeah. So I hope I hope everything's gonna be all right for you, man. I really do.
Yeah, look at this 42 car. It's ridiculous how good his pit crew is. That car, the whole front end was beaten up, banged up, crunched up, and now it looks like nothing ever happened to it. I don't see any duct tape, nothing. It just looks that good.
We got reports out there from the one and only D. Smith. We'll see him later tonight also, but he said that Blakey T is lagging just enough. So Burrito Bob making his appearance tonight for the first time on top of the box. Not going to have a good showing if he can't get that lag issue fixed.
We got a battle for the lead. The 20, Big Dane going to take it away from Blakey T, and Country Caliber going to follow him right up through. Jake actually as well going to make a move for third.
Yeah, we'll go on board Boom Vision style right here. Sorry, Taddy, just to see what's going to happen. They start the single file. Go ahead, buddy. I apologize.
I think you can tell that Blakey T's got a little bit of lag surge going on as these drivers are refusing to follow him. The 20, the 11, and the 24 all made drastic moves to get around him. With the track that's so strong on the draft, typically you want to fall behind somebody and make the move at the last second. But these guys are, I mean, they're making drastic moves to avoid him. So I'm going to say that Laggy D himself is correct, and Blakey T is lagging just a little bit up there.
Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult for us to see. Sometimes it's not quite as bad. I don't see it on his stream, obviously, and I don't see it here. But being on the track, that's a little bit different than, so a server. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. In the meantime, though, yeah, Blakey T just being conservative. But we'll keep an eye. But Big Dane got Country Caliber and Drake right behind him. Country Caliber and Dane have been working really good together lately, too. So Caliber's got himself a W. Do you think he wants another one? Well, obviously he does. But do you think he'll push Dane to the W if it comes down to it, as Blakey T makes a move on the inside of Jake? Yes, I think that he will push Big Dane to the lead. Thank you, Icy. Thank you for that color commentary.
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, I see. I missed having you up here on Wednesdays, buddy.
But I guess what I was going to say was, if you're Country Caliber, why not try to get that extra teammate up into the playoffs? I mean, I don't know where Big Dane sits in points. I know he got up here late because I raced with him in trucks.
So I'm going to be honest, actually. I'm going to say I disagree with it. Last week, what Country Caliber did, I don't know. Like, I say as a teammate, you might want to back out and help somebody out. However, you got to keep in mind the way that the rules sit, right? So the rules are any driver in the top 10 is in the playoffs, as well as any driver outside the top 10 that met the minimum race requirements with a win. So if you lock the 20 car into the playoffs, but he didn't make it into the top 10, you're essentially adding an 11th driver to the playoffs, which makes it you yourself, it makes it that much harder to be able to make it to the final four and race at Homestead for the title.
And we got somebody else out there in YouTube land that I've never seen before. He says his name's out there is Mountain. He says, "What's good, fellas? Think of getting this game. You all make it look decent. This game, it does have a couple dinks and danks to it, but here at Giggity Racing, we do the best with it. But a very fun game. It's a very fun game, very competitive series. If you do get the game and you want to go league racing, please get a hold of myself, KTatty. He is the CEO. I'm just a broadcaster on Wednesdays called Motorsports, but the people you really need to talk to is the one and only Bear family. They run the Development Series. In order to be able to get signed by a captain, you got to do 2 Development Series races. We have preset and customs there on Friday nights also. So thank you for tuning in, Mountain, and look forward to seeing you out there if you get the game, man. It is fun. It's addictingly upsetting.
How is it the one and only Bears if there's clearly 2 of them?
Well, that's why I put the plural on it.
The pair of bears.
The pair of bears. There you go. I like it. I like it.
Like Care Bears, but they're the Pair Bears.
Yeah.
Big Dane still.
Bears.
Yeah, Big Dane out there starting to say, "Come on, where y'all at?" Pushing that 20 Toyota All-Star paint scheme pretty hard, though. But Blakey T made his way back around everybody else again. Maybe they were a little nervous, but I don't know if it got cleared up, if you see anything out there. But, yeah, there it is. Paw Bear, thank you for joining in. Message Maw Bear or Paw Bear Mountain if you get the game and you would like to be interested. We do broadcast every series here, from the customs to the presets to the development series also. So stick out there, stay tuned, and thank you, Paul Bear, for that. We do appreciate it. This is on PS4. Yes, Rick Rob.
I didn't know we broadcasted.
I didn't know it either. I thought we were just sitting here watching cars just turn around in circles talking to ourselves.
I didn't even know we were on air. I thought we were just talking to each other.
Oop, my bad. Forgot to tell you we were on air. Hey, we're on air, Taddy.
Whew, good thing I didn't say nothing bad.
Nothing but the professionalism of everybody up here in Giggity Racing. Again, pushing that 600 subscriber mark. Over 200 drivers plus on both series, all the way down to development. So thank you guys for everything you guys out there to make Giggity what it is. Stay tuned again for next year, because Season 6 is creeping upon us. But we're doing a little bit of a change next year. This year, the captains have preset and custom drivers. Next year, they broke everything off into a little bit of a division, whether you only have a preset team or you have a custom team. So don't forget to stay tuned and see what's going to happen with that. A little bit of a change, trying to get every year. KTatty, our CEO, is doing anything in his power just to keep bettering Giggity. Giggity, too, is not just a racing league anymore, too. It is Giggity Sports League at some point in time. We've got the football coming up. We're in the middle of basketball and baseball leagues right now, too. So even if you don't care for NASCAR and you like to play other sporting games, please get a hold of us. We have leagues everywhere on PS4 going on right now.
Yep.
He just says, "Yep."
I headed back out. McLevin joined. I'm sending him an invite so he can spectate. He's actually in the booth with us now, as he will be one of the main 3 broadcasters for the custom race.
Oh, he will be?
Yeah, remember how I told you that?
Well, this is news to me.
Except for when I told you and you said, sweet.
Might have slipped my mind. Green flag pit stops, NASCAR and private patent coming off right now. No, great. I can't great that. It'd be great to have McLovin up here too. He can give us a little bit more insight too on the JCR. But again, the next race, something special for everything going on out there. And something too, Giggity is worldwide. We have viewers all the way from Brazil who have participated, viewers down in Australia. We've had people driving from and still driving in the UK. We even had a Scottish guy in here one time. And naturally, obviously, all over the United States and Canada too. So Giggity is worldwide. Oh, Brian, yeah, Bad For You Racing. He brought this up the other night. He was, he's thinking about this is a good idea too. An IROC series where everybody runs the same 5 slider and same paint car. Something along those lines too. That could be fun. New ideas always popping up again. Bad For You is one of our competitors from last year. Wasn't able to make it this year. Will be racing next year too. So, and he's a fun guy to play golf with too. Good times on the golf course with Bad For You Racing. Just because it says racing doesn't mean he's not bad for you at everything, man. He'll put it on you at any game.
And by golf course, he means PGA 2K21.
Yes. That's the only thing I don't think we got a league for. We're even starting to talk about the getting a hockey league.
A hockey league?
Hockey. Okay, well, apparently not. Can't do a league, apparently. You know what, then? Everybody up here in the broadcast booth needs to quit slipping these notes and changing what everybody says.
You need to quit making them up.
I'm not making them up, as Country Caliber is now making a move. All right. Let me get back to the job at hand here, Icy. We can talk later. Cole again over here. You can't hear. I'm helping us out just a little bit with some updates and giving us stuff again. Pro 75, we're really thinking about you, man. Hopefully everything's going good. Icy making his, return to the booth and helping us on the presets. He will be on the racetrack for the customs, the old KTatty. Once again, brings that pit stops being made here in stage 2. And, you know what I didn't get to say because you were explaining something? I didn't even get to say it. So we'll have to wait for stage 3 for it, but yes. Looks like there is 11 to go. 11 to go in this stage is what it looks like, guys, too. So who's going to do what? Who's going to get to where they need to be?
I don't even know who I should be watching with these pit stops going on.
Country Caliber and that 11 coming off. Blakey T is shown as the leader right now on his screen. Cars starting to separate single file. That's why I'm clicking through. It's not trying to give everybody a headache. Sorry, just trying to find some action on the track, but trying at the same time trying Blakey. Crab Lake up there.
Car?
Yes, the blue. Yep, there he is. He has a little company, probably a quarter of the straightaway back down. He's going to dive her down in. It appears to be turns 3. Yeah, turns 3 it looks like right there. So his pit strategy got him that stage win before, yet coming down the front straightaway right now. So 10 to go, appears at the stage. When is he going to pit? If he's going to pit, I can't imagine him saving enough as hard as he worked to get back up to the lead. Taddy.
Yeah,
yep.
I think it's going to be the same thing as last time. Just going to have the fresher tires at the end to be able to pull it off.
I mean, I like that. I just have never been able to do it properly, though. I love having that, knowing that I'll be able to make it on fuel, and I love knowing that I've got those 4 fresh fuel goods underneath me, those 4 freshies that I know they'll be able to hook up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the size of the track. A track like Pocono or Indianapolis or at plate tracks, you're not going to be able to go a lap down. They're not going to be able to catch back up to you. Plate tracks, if they're in the draft, though, they can get there with you. So it's just all on what you want to do and how you do it. But the 2KMS cars now look like they're going to try to get hooked up. I think that's the international turn signal, signaling down the backstretch. Again, these guys are on teams. Not everybody's in the same chat. So there is certain ways that they communicate. They signal down the backstretch to let everybody know they're pitting. Or if they just are frustrated with you, they'll send you to the taco stand. Blakey TR leader now on pit lane. we don't see a lot of, I mean, there is a lot of frustration, you know, but that's in anything. Racing is just frustrating. I did it for a living, and man, it's frustrating. But you gotta love it, the speed, the thrill, the anxiety of everything. On board with Jake Giroux right behind that 28 Big Dane. Big Dane looks like he got just a little bit loose. I do believe if that's a green car, is that the Quackmaster himself, the Duck Humor? Yep, he's going to pull up. He merges correctly, sees the cars behind him that are faster, and then pulls up. So he's not sitting there. Now he's got the draft, pulls it right back down to him. Very smart of Duck to do that. He did fall around. We try not to arch LePage everybody here in Giggity Racing. There is a way to come onto the pits and off. Jake's got a little bit of a momentum. Going to move to the inside of Duck, but it wouldn't surprise me if Duck took Humor took those tires to see him. As contact, just a little bit of clipping right there as we see with those Jake and Duck to see Duck move back up there. But Blake K is still shown as the leader. Trying to... Ooh, crab leg, heavy damage to the front of that KMS 38 Ford Mustang. Always very fast, always very consistent, but always in the wrong place at the right time sometimes. Country Caliber scrapes the wall. Great battle back here with Jake, Private Pat, and just Duck Humor we were talking about. Racing each other, though, that's not good. They can't catch Big Dane in front of them. Go ahead, Tatty.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
That's all I had to say. Just good battling going on right now. Private Patton is going to lead this group down. This is not the battle for the lead. Blakey T is in the lead. I'm assuming that this is the battle for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Excuse me, because Big Dane is sitting in second. No problem, Mountain. He says, I got to go. Thanks for the info and the laughs for sure. No problem, man. He said, peace, everybody. I hope you have a great night. Look forward to seeing you out here on the racetrack one of these days. Stay tuned every week. We do broadcast Monday through Friday, so look forward to seeing you out there on YouTube. But great battle back here for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, guys, as Jake's got Country beating his rear bumper down. Private Patton's to the outside, getting a little help from the Duck Humor guy. Here comes Duck going to move to the inside. Private Patton been around that second lane very professionally tonight.
I think the key here in these stages are Big Dane this time pit considerably earlier than the 34th car, and I believe he also did the two-tire stop that Blake T has been doing. But I think the key is actually to run your fuel out as far as you can when you take those two tires or no tires. Big Dane's catching the 34, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get there, as you're just not gaining the ground like fourth rest tires do on speed times. And so Blakey T staying out as long as he can is actually in the draft a little bit longer than these other guys, and I think that's playing a huge role in Blakey T being one of the top drivers as he won stage 1 and now leading stage 2 at the closing laps.
Yeah, 35 of 37 is appearing on his screen again with the delay. Bad for you racers. Says that all putting got to say, hey man, I've been trying not to talk quite as much, man. I've been trying to call it back a little bit. I've been trying to tone it down. But when I do get excited, I know the oxygen bottle does have to come out. Jake Giroux's got a little company with the Duck Humor guy to the inside. Here comes Tiger for NASCAR. Country Caliber in that 11 car is starting to pull away from everybody right now, too. So this now is turned in from the battle from third, fourth, fifth, and sixth to fourth, fifth, and sixth, as third place is starting to walk away. Blakey T now has a lot of company up here. See if I can get back up to that. This is the battle for the lead. Again, Big Dane led both stages last week and then just came up a little short. This should be the white flag lap for this stage. Still cold. Both cars get stage points right here. Don't want to take away from the rest of the action, but Blakey T definitely getting that Toyota in the window right there. Both cars get a little loose. Coming down the backstretch. The 20 Toyota. Big Dane makes the move. Dives it down in there. Blakey T says, nope, not yet. Gives him a little bit of a lug tap. We're going to have a drag race here in stage 2 for the win. Blakey T gets back underneath him. Here comes Big Dane trying to cross him over. Backs the corner up. He's going to get the momentum. This is going to be close. I do believe that might have been Blakey T, but one great finish for stage 2. Holy baloney.
Definitely Blakey T got to the line before Big Dane. Big Dane will take second in the stage. Not sure who got third. But definitely great racing, side-by-side action across the line.
Blakey T, Big Dane, Country Caliber, the Patton himself, and then Tigers for NASCAR. That is your top 5. Thank you again for Blakey T tuning in out there. I mean, he's also streaming. I've started to do that a little bit more too, to stream my races. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of fun to go back and look at it. I have to mute it though. I can't stand my own voice. I don't understand how you guys tolerate it. I know you guys don't like it, but you do tolerate my voice. I appreciate that. You know whose voice has been very low-key tonight with not much to say is Icy. He's as cold as ice. Narrates the music. He's willing to sacrifice his truck at Canadian Motorsports Pirate. But here we go, guys. These guys are going to come in for their Stage 3 final adjustments. Blakey T, Country Caliber, that's going to be right here. We're going to rack them and stack them with Big Dane and Private Patton on the outside. That's your top 4. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned after this. We got the customs, but yes, Blakey T, Country Caliber, Big Dane, Private Patton, and it does appear that the Tigers for NASCAR has recovered very well from that Stage 1 spin incident. Blakey, he's going to hug that yellow line, keep everything out there. That might slow him down a little bit. Eyeside's going to get a little bit of a momentum because they do have a push. He's not clear yet. Country is not going to let him get away. Big Dane pushing the 11 down the backstretch. Blakey T in that 34 is going to hold on to it. Here comes Quackmaster himself. He's going to drive it down just a little bit underneath that yellow line. Tries not to spin out the 20 car right there. Big Dane blocks him just 2. Single file down front straightaway in our first lap here at Stage 3, guys.
Yeah, we're supposed to do this on the stage break, but just so that everybody is reminded, this race is sponsored by JCR. Group of racers, JCR Class and JCR JWOW. They created a NASCAR Heat 5 group. They're trying to get a little bit of acknowledgement. They've jumped on board here at Giggity, and they've decided to sponsor us. Back to Green Flag Racing, Country Caliber in the 11, trying to get underneath the 34 of Blakey T. And the 20 of Big Dane trying to get his first win. He's running in the top 3, been in the top 3 all night long, and he's riding behind Country, his teammate, right now.
And Pro75 just put out there in the chat, he said, sorry guys, I had to back out for an emergency. Pro, I hope everything's going all right for you. Again, friends, family, work, that's more important. In this case, family, very important. So hopefully everything's going all right for you. And if there's anything you need out there, please don't feel afraid to get a hold of anybody in Giggity. We all live under one big house. We all get frustrated. We all live in separate wings. We all fight at the breakfast table. But at the end of the day, when something happens to our family members, we are all here to take care of each other. We have done this time and time again. Something that Giggity is very good at is taking care of their own. As Country Caliber now gets a big shove on that 20. Blakey T's going to try to hug that yellow line to get that lead back there. Icy. Okay. Tatty?
Yeah, Big Dane in the 11, Big Dane in the 20, Country Caliber in the 11. They're doing great up front. Somebody we haven't spoke a whole lot about, but now getting himself into a top 3 position is that 4 car of Duck Humor. Jake Giroux back there in 5th right now as he's on the outside of Private Patton. And Flirt with Disaster, birthday boy from yesterday, he's trying to get into the top 5 himself. Really good battling here about mid-pack, and as of right now, other than the 8 car on pit road, every driver in the track on the track is still in contention to try to get this W here in Stage 3.
Yeah, some of these guys do have stage wins. Wins in the races. This is locked in. Something we have not seen tonight. Man, we have been clean and green. No caution flags. This has been looking good. The last couple weeks have been very good on yellow flags. Every now and then you'll see one. But you talked about it. NRG talks about it on Monday sometimes. Some guys towards the end of the season, they just get a little discouraged. They don't realize that they're still in a points championship. They just because they don't make the cutoff for the playoffs, they don't think that they still can't contend, you know. So, and then these things fall off. But still good large fields here. Giggity Season 5. The 21 of Private Patton's going to make a move to the inside of Blakey. That's going to push him up high. Big Dane still in second. Getting a push from the Quackmaster himself. That is Duck Humor. The 11 of Country Caliber. Going to be credited with the lead in that lap.
I'll say we got Duck Humor sighting up in the top 3. Finally getting that car where he wants it. We see Blakey T trying to find himself back up in the top 4 under Private Patton.
Yeah, and the damage is on too. Damage does affect the way these cars handle, so something might have happened to them. And sometimes you can't fucking put your finger on it. You know what I mean? You just can't get that right making those adjustments. So Stage 3, it looks like the Quackmaster does have that 4 Cola Motorsports Mobile hooked up real well. But here comes Jake making a move underneath Private Patton. Blakey T still got cars in front of him. Country Caliber still leading, but he is getting pounded by Big Dane right now. Big Dane says, "Are you gonna move that thing or not?"
I'm gonna be honest right here, Puddin'. If I'm Big Dane, I'm completely content for most of the stages running behind Country. The best thing he could do right now is try to push those 2 away from everybody else.
And there's the man, the myth, the legend himself.
There he goes. He said, "Screw McLovin's plan. I'm going for the lead."
Not professional. You're fired already.
Well,
Don't you have a McRib to eat?
Muted.
Muted.
Oh, you already know about that McRib.
No, the voice you guys are hearing is the one and only McLovin, having a tear in the Custom Xfinity season, setting a Giggity season record with wins. And if it wasn't for JCR McLovin over here, we wouldn't have the sponsor. So thank you very much. But Big Dane making it, he's got around that 11. So great to have you up here a little bit late in the race. What is your going to be strategy? Are you going to give some of yours out? Because you're very good at that too there, McLovin.
I'm not really sure on what the fuel mileage here is for the third stage. I'm always the kind of guy that likes to just run a good pace, maybe stay in a line, and I always like to be the guy that pits latest. I just like to be on the attack and have the freshest
contact from the 38 in the 4. 34 in the 4, my mistake.
Sorry, yes. Sorry that you're McLovin, but yeah, I just saw that same thing. Icy, good call right there. Don't know what happened. Who lost connection, Cola? Crab leg lost connection. Again, technology comes back and bites somebody else. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's very frustrating. My goodness, it's happened to me before. I hit the wrong button not too long ago while leading at Daytona. Really kind of dinked me a little bit, but crab leg out of the race. Captain Jack sighting out there. He says a fuel run is 31 laps. Somebody I haven't talked to for a while, but making another good showing here in Season 5 of Giggity Racing. It is the one and only self-proclaimed fastest guy in Heat 5, Speedy Gonzalez. On delay. Great to have you out there, Cap. Can't wait to see you racing next race. Again, stay tuned. We do have the custom race. There is something special coming up, and we have an appearance from somebody come too. But the top two of us started to walk away. Private Pat hard into the wall. Duck Humor moves in the inside. He's going to hit the apron and spin. Single car accident. No caution on the track. We do not do manual cautions in Giggity, so can Duck Humor recover from this? Do not want to be in his crew chief's ear. Those probably aren't some nice words being said right now. Feel free to jump in at any time there, guys.
Well, I was just thinking Country and Big Dane are just kind of pulling away here. It looks like Country was the one to just get in line and run it out here with Big Dane.
Yeah, they're not racing each other, going single file. That is the way to go fast. Racing each other does slow you down a little bit, but that third place car, no help from behind or in front with the draft. That is Jake True.
The 20 and the 11 are definitely doing the smart thing right now. I mean, you don't want to bring another car into the mix if you don't have to. If I was them, I think you're right there, Icy. I think the 11 was like, just let the 20 go, and we're just going to ride for a bit and make sure no one else can get involved in this this finish right now.
It actually looks like the 20 car Big Dan has a really solid car all the way around the track. The 11 seems to have handling issues on the exit too. It looks like he's really loose. And to coincide for that, if he's out front, you're going to keep all the drivers, like you were saying, the 11, all the drivers would be in contention. By letting the 20 be out front, who's a little bit more solidified on exit, the 11 can then gain the draft and suck right back up. And so I believe they're just working really well as a team overall. As we're going to see the exit of 2 here. See how the 11 comes off a lot lower? I just feel like he's struggling with the handling of that Toyota. A little further back in the pack, we have Flirt with Disaster going under fire by the 21 of Private Pat, and it looks like this is like the old school, or I say old school, some of those super speedway style racing, where you're having a lot of tandem style racing. You get the 34 and the 42, you got the 19 and the 21, of course you have the
20 and the 11.
The only car that doesn't seem to have any help right now, but seems to be putting on a pretty good pace by himself, is that 24 group.
And he really is putting on a pretty good pace by himself. It doesn't look like he's lost much ground to that 20 and 11, but he's also really been able to stay in front of Blakey and the 42 of Tiger Nascar as well.
Tiger NASCAR has made himself a very good recovery after that stage 1 incident, spinning with heavy damage too, but it doesn't matter what happens in stage 1, stage 3, when that checkered flag comes out, that is the money shot right there. So let's see what happens with him. But Big Dane now starting to pull away, like that Taddy was just saying. That 11 car might be fighting something. Big Dane's got a good handle on those on that 20 Toyota. Jumping back to the back just a little bit here, checking on the rest of the field. Private Patton hit that wall, and he's got Flirt right there behind him. These guys now have to do what the leaders were doing, get hooked up, race together, not race each other, and maybe these guys can get back up there and put themselves in a contention for a win, because they were all up there in the early stages.
I think that this race is the 20 car's race to lose at this point. You can see he's actually even pulling away from his teammate in the 11, and the 11 was able to use the draft. So the 20 just has a really good, strong car up there out front, and even with the guys working together, I just feel like you're going to need more than 2 cars only working together to be able to catch that 20 car here tonight.
Lap 100 of 134 here in the JCR Holiday Extravaganza Preset Cup race. Still customs coming up here at Kentucky. Stay tuned. But yeah, Big Dane definitely has a hold on this track tonight.
And I think a really good thing Dane is doing is you see he's taking this wide arc into the entry and hitting the apex really well and taking the wide arc out. What that's allowing him to do is to keep the momentum built up, and it looks like Dane is, I mean not Dane, but Country Caliber is not really doing that, and it's causing him to get loose, taking that shallow exit out of 2.
Somebody else I just saw on pit lane besides Crab Lakes and again Pro 75, but we see Higgins out there on pit lane having some mechanical issues too. So one Chevrolet, 2 Fords sitting on pit lane. I got to understand what's going on with Pro a little bit. So there, man, we're still hope everything's all right, but that's going to be unfortunate for those guys in points too. The Preset Cup guys here in Giggity racing for the KMS team are strictly here for championship points. They cannot win a championship. They did not make the minimum race amount. You do have to race so many races, you can only miss 6. In Big Dane's defense, he did get signed a little bit later into the season, though, but he had some other races he was doing too. Great to have him there. We'll see him in Season 6. But yeah, Big Dane and Country Caliber is right back on that bumper. The 2 leaders starting to pull away just a little bit.
I actually think that second pack's gaining on him now that Blakey T and Tiger Nascar have caught the 24 with Drew, and that spread that the 20 and the 11 were putting on the 24 has kind of settled out, and it looks like the 24 may actually be gaining a little bit of ground with the help from the other 2 cars.
Now, I was also going to bring up, Taddy, that 11 looks to have reeled that 20 back in a little bit. Do you think his car might be a little bit better on the long run and starts off maybe a little bit, I don't know, tighter than the 20? Or do you think the 20's really just not pushing it?
If it's me personally, knowing that it's my teammate behind me and I have that big of a gap, instead of trying to separate from the 11 car, he may have backed it down to try to make sure that he still has that draft help from the 11, because we all know 2 cars is going to go faster than 1. Granted, the 20 may have been pulling away, but he doesn't want the 11. If the 11 is having handling issues, he doesn't want him to fall into the ranks of the 24, the 34, and the 42. So I think the 20 is just helping the 11 stay out front of the rest of the field.
Okay, the number 4, the Duck Humor right there of the Cola Motorsports group. He brings it down. Green flag pit stops just now starting. Strategy's going to come into play. We have seen Blakey T stay out a little bit longer than everybody and win these stages, but again, Big Dane now, he has the point. He's up there. What is his thoughts? What is he going to do? He does have Country giving him a push. Blakey T and Jake Giroux are sitting there in 3rd and 4th. Tigers for Nascar 5th, and Private Patton sitting right there in 6th. As we do see that Quack Humor coming off of pit lane right now, so let's see how this all pans out.
Let's keep in mind what Captain Jack said in the YouTube. 31 laps is the fuel strategy here, and so they're actually within. Anybody could pit now and make it to the end as long as your tires will hold up for the full fuel run.
From what I'm seeing right now, I definitely think Blakey T might have the best long run car here, though. Big Dane is by far the fastest car, but Blakey T's handle seems to be really well later we go in this run. He's been able to pull away from Tiger NASCAR, and he's really putting the pressure here on Jake Giroux.
Yeah,
as Blakey T comes across the start-finish line right there, that puts it 28 to go. Now, since we have been clean and green, do you set that car up? Do you keep it for the long run? Or do you make any adjustments banking on a caution when everybody starts to get a little frisky towards the end there to get that W here in Season 5 Giggity Racing JCR Extravaganza Holiday Racers?
I think if I'm the 20, I'm going to loosen the car up, and if I'm the 11, I'm going to tighten it up. Because McLevin, you were speaking actually about how the 20 seems to be getting a little tight, and I'm watching, and here through turns 1 and 2, he's gone up now to about the 3rd groove, and on the exit of 4 now, he's getting really, really close to that wall. So I think, as you were saying, the 34 car seems to be the best on the long run, as this 20 car seems to be a little bit too tight to be able to hit the same marks that he was at the beginning of the run, as he's drifting up considerably higher now as this run progresses.
Again, in the preset cars, customs, you can adjust so much to get these cars to handle the way you want. We'll see that here in the next race. But yeah, Big Dane might have made a pit adjustment. Sometimes, again, people's first way to go is, well, if you're too loose, you're too tight. They hit that wedge button, put a little tape on it. But again, another way to loosen or tighten the car up is tire pressure. But either way, you're going to adjust, you're going to affect the way those tires wear too. And at the end of the run, just because you got 4 fresh, they may not be fresh. Well, they won't be fresh when you got 5 to go. So you got to be able to bank on that also to hold on to a looser car then. So I think like you said, Tatty, maybe Big Dane tighten it up just a little bit, banking on it, loosen it up. But he still is out there right there. Let's see how far he pushes it, and maybe that tight setting will adjust a little bit for when these tires wear off.
Yeah, to go with what you're saying, right? So we talk about it all the time, how these guys are presets. This is the first race. Customs, you can set your car up. You can do what you want, and you can basically no changes the whole race because you've got the car how you want it throughout the week. I think one of the best drivers at making the race adjustments that we see, every single week we never talk about the 24 car in stage 1 or stage 2, except for that he's notorious for being up there at the end. Well, here we are at the end, and he's sitting in 3rd place. He's just really, really good as the race progresses to adjust that car to where he wants, and I believe that to be why we never see him at the front. He doesn't like the car really tight or really loose. He runs that slider Jake of the 4, and then he makes the adjustments and has really good adjustments week in and week out. But this 20 car, the last 3-4 weeks, I'm telling you, he's the car to beat. I'm surprised we haven't seen him in victory lane, and this race here tonight is his race to lose as long as he hits his mark.
And Duck Humor making a move on the inside of that 24 car, but again, he is on the 4 fresh tires. Blakey T's going to go with him just a little bit, but Jake is very smart too. He's going to pull back up in the draft. Blakey T goes down below that yellow line. Be careful not to hit that apron and spin off. Great battle back here. No surprise to see that 4 car start to pull away from these guys on the older tires, but Blakey T not going to give up that position. He's not going to relinquish it easy as Jake is back there fighting real hard too. So here comes Jake down the pit lane. Here comes Country Caliber, the leaders, Big Dane, Private Patton, all 4 of them coming down. Leaders on pit lane right now, guys.
I don't like what Blakey T did there. Blakey T and Burrito Bob have decided to stay on the track, and I'm not a big fan of that move right here, and this is why. They were doing the 2 tire stops or no tire stops for stage 1 and stage 2. That is not going to pan out for them here in stage 3. You want to be one of the first drivers in to get those 4 fresh tires and make up the ground like you're seeing the 4 car being able to do with how much faster he is with 4 fresh tires compared to the old tires on track.
Blakey T now coming down the pit lane. Blakey T now pitting, and as is Flirt. So they're trying to get maybe some positions, but those guys coming out will be up to speed on those 4 fresh tires. So Flirt and Blakey T, they could be sitting ducks right now. No offense to Quackmaster over there.
Puddin', I know you got to stream up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the 11 Big Dane, the 11 Country Caliber, Big Dane, and Jake are now coming off as Blakey T and them are coming on. Can they get around the track in time, depending upon what they do? If they take 2 tires or what? This is going to be a close call to see who's going to be able to retain the lead. Go ahead,
Yes, I was just going to ask you, I know you got some insight on Blakey T there. Did he run out of fuel or something coming into like 3 and 4? Because he looked to slow down a lot there. He didn't really get a quick entry into the pits, or was he just being cautious?
Judging by his screen, I think he was being cautious because, again, how many times have we seen pit lane penalties come back and bite somebody? As of all things, man, I know you had the car to beat at Chicago, but I could have been probably not far behind you in that 3rd position, but I was not cautious coming on the pit lane. So maybe just a little safety move on Blakey T's behalf right there to try to make sure that he doesn't have any accidents.
I think that 1 lap difference has made a huge difference.
Yeah, Blakey T now sitting in 6th.
Blakey T is back in like 6th or 7th.
Yeah, he's in 6th.
But Blakey, I know he was being cautious and not getting a speeding penalty, but he's very far back. Like the leader's already on the back stretch, and he's just entering 1. I think
20 to go as Blakey T crosses.
He needed to try to be a little more aggressive.
Sorry, there, McLovin may have 20 to go as Blakey T makes that crosses the pit lane over there. So.
Yeah, Blakey T definitely needed to be a little bit more aggressive on pit road, but we did actually see earlier with the 42 car who's sitting in 3rd right now, he took an aggressive approach on the pit road and actually spun, as Kentucky's not the easiest track to get on. A lot of tracks, they have like that little embankment just before you get on the pit road where it kind of smooths out and gives you a flat surface, whereas here it's at the, you have the actual embankment, the arch, so if you're going too fast when you reach that, your car may spin. So Blakey T may have been, since he thought he was in a good position to get the W here, so he decided to take an easier approach as to not spin, as we've seen others do here tonight.
And we can confirm that the 11 on his stream down there in that lower left-hand corner is the leader. I know there is no ticker. I know they advertised it. I know I get upset about it. That would be real nice. But thank you for at least putting down there in the left-hand corner. The Country Caliber Big Dane saga is going to continue. This is the battle for the lead.
And while those two are battling, I do want to give a huge shout out to Tiger's Nascar. He's putting on a great show here tonight, especially after that spin y'all said he had in stage 1 to recover and be in a podium position at the moment.
And some things too, man, I've been a victim of it in the past, and I know Taddy, all of us have. You gotta have patience. You gotta realize this isn't a public lobby with 1% races and you got 7 laps. Long races, patience is a virtue. Take your time, make the adjustments, get everything right, get your car comfortable. Big Dane going to drive it in deep. That's going to cost him just a little bit. It's going to push him up. And now we have an RKM sighting. Another Canadian out there. What's up, RKM? Great talking with you. Great racing with you the other night. But yes, still out here again, the 11 and the 20. This is the battle for the lead, guys.
Guys, I still think that this is the 20 car's race to lose. We've seen what happened to the 11 later in the run. Unless he made drastic pit road adjustments there, the 11 car just seems to not have the long distance or the long run speed that the 20 does. Hopefully, like I said, maybe the 20 loosened up and the 11 tightened it up. I don't know, but the 11 is looking pretty good here compared to what he was earlier in stage 3 here.
On board with Jake Giroux again. Let's see how we always talk about him in stage 3. He is now back here behind Tigers in that 4th position. He is being smart right now, not making any moves, not diving it in, not scrubbing any speed. Very comfortable right behind Tigers. This is a battle for 3rd and 4th. Can these guys get hooked up and work together and try to get to the leader? But at the end of the day, I definitely going to tell you something. There will be a big old close photo finish unless something drastic happens. What's up, AJ Storm out there? Wants to know how many laps left. I will just give you a couple seconds here. I will give you an update on that. Congratulations again, guys. Quite a few of these giggity racers, something we haven't talked about tonight, they did qualify for the Homestead Winter Heat Series. AJ Storm being one of them. Cola, Flash 9, Fluffy, Max Boost. So, man, great to see those guys out there the other night. Avery, I know you had a little bit of a rough run. Jake makes a move to the inside of Tigers for NASCAR. One car staying out of the lead lap up there. But again, here in Giggity, there is talent, man. I'm telling you, we are in the presence of some celebrities.
Jake has passed Tiger NASCAR for 3rd place now. And real quick, I want to speak on Jake here. I believe that he's doing all he has to do. He doesn't really have to be up there competing for this win. He is the points leader entering this race. He's in a tight battle with Private Patton, but as of right now, it looks like he's going to extend his lead on that 21 car. And let's also keep in mind that whoever is the regular season champion gets a 5-point advantage entering the playoff run, those 3-race playoff shootouts. So Jake, I think that he's doing the smart thing, just lay back. He doesn't have to push the car, be up there battling with these 2 power cars. But Big Dane definitely in that 20 car has to do what he can to get around his teammate in that 11.
Blakey T crossing the pit lane right now, and I'm trying to see right there. I missed it because I didn't have it turned sideways, but I'll give you another lap count. We are under 20 to go, though, AJ. I know that. So, again, guys, all the custom guys, get your helmets ready, get your fire suits ready, get ready for that race. Stay tuned. We have that race, something special coming up for you guys. And he just said, too, Goofy will be coming back to pilot over there. So, in Season 6, again, we talked about how the captains are split. AJ Storm is a captain over there on the custom side, not the preset side. So looks like he's going to have himself a good team. But Big Dane now hounding the back of that 11 as Country Caliber is in the lead. This can give an opportunity too for Big Dane just to take a break, slow down, utilize that draft, not overdrive that car, because you don't want to push your car. Don't burn the tires up just trying to keep up or race anybody else. Save those to go. Hunty says 11 to go. Thank you. I do appreciate that, Hunty. And oh, Blakey T just went to in-car, so please, everybody, stay away from him. Stay away from him. He's in in-car right now. This is not good. This is a not good situation, guys.
I'm going to be honest with you. I really think the 20 is pushing the 11 harder than he wants to go. The 20 is actually backing the entries up and getting a really good run on the exit and pulling right back up to his bumper. I felt like he's had a few chances where he could have already made a run, and he's just not taking it yet.
And some people don't realize that, though. Go ahead.
A couple battles we need to speak of, right? So the 20, we seen this happen last week, that the 11 car took the win. The 20 had the dominant car after pit, the 11 car came out in front, never looked back. The 20, as we spoke about earlier, needs that win to get into the playoffs, and he's doing everything he can. I wouldn't be shocked to see that bumper hit the rear end of the 11 car coming to the checkered flag. However, I just spoke about the points lead battle for that all-inclusive 5-point lead entering the playoffs. 42 got back around the 24 and the car right behind both of those guys now at the 21 of Private Patton. They entered this race about 10 points away from each other. So this is huge championship implications going on right here, battle for third.
Yeah, and I don't want to take a
lead.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from the battle for the lead, but we got a battle back here too between Private Patton, Tigers for NASCAR, and Jake. But so this is 2 great battles for the top 5 positions up there. We'll get back up here to the lead. Thank you, IC. Yeah,
There goes Big Dane to the inside. And Private Patton also to the inside of Jake. So 2 battles, 1, 2, and 3, 4, all battling for position here.
That's something else too. As a broadcast aspect, they should give us like a split screen so you could click on a different couple cars, maybe for like and give us an actual broadcast view so you can keep it a couple eyes on different battles like that. Because I don't want to take away from the leaders, especially since the win. So you can see what's going on right now. We got a battle for the lead, the battle for second, or third, fourth, and fifth, and I can't keep it on both.
No, I'm just telling you what they would tell you. Why would you want to do that?
Oh, I mean, guess it would make sense.
Well, we took away the wheels flying through the cars. Isn't that enough?
Battle for the lead. Country Caliber. 2 Toyotas battling it out here, going to the inside. Yeah, there was a couple week span where we saw some Goodyear blimp floppy tires out there. Plus the initial, everybody had that, I don't know how to say this on here, very beautiful green wheels in the custom cars.
McLevin, I think you nailed it on the head earlier. I believe the 20 car was pushing that 11 faster than the 11 wanted to go, with him backing up the corners as well as he was and then getting those great runs off. I believe the 11 had to push his car to stay in front of the 20. As now that the 20's gotten the lead, it seems
5 to go, guys. 5 to go at the line. 4 to go to the line for the leaders.
And the 11 is having a hard time sucking up to the rear end of that 20 like the 20 was able to on the 11.
Yeah, 4 to go that time at the bye for this. So Country Caliber is trying to stay right there with him, but it looks like he just got a little loose there too. Big Dane looks very stable, brings it down just a little bit, cuts a couple tenths off, cannot get that 11 off his back bumper. The draft's helping him out just a little bit right there, but this would be devastating for Big Dane to have once again one of the most dominant cars and not get the actual black and white checker flag, just get those green checker flags. Blakey T has won both stages, so it didn't work out for Big Dane last week where he won both stages. There's one flag that matters, and that's the one here in 3 laps, guys.
And guys, while that was happening, Private Patton has got by the 42 as well as Jake Giroux, and that is big for the points as well.
Yeah, that's only a 1-point difference, right? But that plays a huge role entering next week, is instead of having to try to make up 8 positions on the track in stage 3, Private Pat now only having to do 7, right? That's a huge difference between maybe the lead and Jake Spins or something later in the race. So definitely huge championship implications back there for the battle of third. As we're coming to 2 to go now, Big Dane drifts up the 11, looking to the inside. Puddin', you mentioned it. How heartbreaking would this be for the 20 if he gets second place yet again to the 11, his teammate, trying to get himself into the playoffs, and Country Caliber trying to set himself looking pretty, entering the playoffs with all the momentum he can in these Team Mopower Toyotas.
I mean, yeah, especially you don't want to lose whatsoever, but just to lose to your teammate, you know, you want to go over, you want to shake his hand, you want to say congratulations, but you want that title of saying I'm a giggity winner. He wants to lock himself in the playoff chances by a win in your end situation. This should be the JCR white flag in the air as we come by this time. Big Dane, he is his own worst enemy. Taddy said it earlier. Caliber is going to make a move to the inside. Jake is back there still trying to hold on, but Big Dane, just don't drive out that rear view. Drive out that windshield, buddy. Dress up just a little bit. Country gets loose. Yep, he comes down, tries to cut the track. Here he comes. The 11's not going to give up yet. He's got to make a move if he's going to do it now. Yes, the bumper is in effect. No, I don't think he'll give it to his teammate. The 20 does his pat to drift up just a little bit. It's going to be a drag race. We just called it. Going down to the finish line right now. Big Dane looks like he might get his first win, and he does at a photo finish. Country Caliber gave it his run. Woo! Let's go.
And shout out to both those drivers. Not one bumper was used there in that last couple corners.
Congratulations to Big Dane. We've talked about it all night. How dominant his car was, man. He has got to be stoked right now. Probably throwing champagne everywhere. Country Caliber gave it everything. But yes, Big Dane, Country Caliber, Private Pat ends up in third. Jake Drew fourth. Tigers for NASCAR fifth. Blakey T with both our stage winners in sixth. Flirt with Disaster seventh. Duck Humor, the Quackmaster in eighth. Ice Bunny Higgins and Crab Leg wraps out your top 10 tonight. Big Dane just locked himself in. He got that W. He's been that elusive W he's been working for. Congratulations. Nuka says, Jake is saying, this is fishy. This is fishy.
Dan's in here if you want to interview him.
Congratulations to him. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're up as high as 25 viewers. Stay tuned with us. Give us about 10.
Big Dan is in here to speak with. That's the first one.
Okay, well then interview him. Go, take it.
Good for you to do it.
Big Dane, what's up, buddy? Congratulations, man. I know you had to be nervous seeing that 11 car dive down on the inside. That was probably one of the top 5 closest finishes. You got that win. You got locked in. How does it feel, man? I talked to you last week after the race a little bit, and you were like, man, I had that one. No stage wins for you, but I think you'd rather have this over the stage wins.
Yeah, I've been trying for a while. Been close. Just come up short. First of all, I want to thank my teammates. A lot of them guys helped me out tonight by giving me some points in case the thing didn't go the way it's planned. But, you know, man, it feels good. I can actually win in this league now.
Yeah, that elusive win we talk about all the time. How big it is to get a win over here. A lot of pressure off your shoulders going into the holiday season, man. That's got to feel real good. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, man. You've been working your rear end up and have had some of the fastest cars, just not necessarily getting that one spot higher. You did it tonight, buddy, here in Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, too. You do a good job up there in the booth. All of you.
Thank you, man. Any shout-outs you want to give to your teammates or your captains or anything?
Yeah, I just want to tell Jake, hey, that's all I want to do. Hey, Jake.
Nuka said something's fishy. Fishy.
You know. With these three hey, fellas, with these 3 modded controllers and a steering wheel in the other hand, hell, I can do this.
There's his secret. Big Dane, man, you're getting a lot of congratulations out there. UK Wildcats, Mo Power, you know, the Higgins is out there too. El Parco, man, from everybody up here in the booth, congratulations to you, man. We got to get ready for this custom race. Stay tuned. Are you going to watch the custom race?
I'm going to watch a little bit of it. But you guys, Merry Christmas, man. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, man. We do appreciate it again. Thanks for bringing that up again. We talked about that. This is the last race for Giggity this week, being tomorrow that is Christmas Eve. So, yes, thank you. You heard it from yourself. Myself, Puddin', Icy. Thanks for joining up here. JCR McLovin and the one and only, the CEO of the league. He is over there setting up lobbies, getting ready to go custom racing himself. Caddy Sauls. Thank you there, Cola, for being in the ear and giving us jokes all night. Good luck to you guys. We will look forward to seeing you. Please stay tuned. We got something special coming up. We'll see you in 10.